What if the most expensive thing in your morning coffee is doing absolutely nothing? Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. It's the structural scaffolding holding your skin, tendons, cartilage, and bones together. The glue keeping everything from falling apart. Here's the uncomfortable truth. After age 25, your body produces roughly 1% less collagen every single year. By 50, that cumulative loss is visible in wrinkles, joint stiffness, and sagging skin. The global collagen supplement market hit $9.3 billion in 2023. Millions of people are dissolving this powder into their morning coffee, betting it rebuilds what time is quietly dismantling. Here's the first problem the supplement industry quietly sidesteps. When you swallow collagen protein, your digestive system doesn't absorb it as collagen. Stomach acid and enzymes break it down into basic amino acids first. Those amino acids, glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, aren't collagen anymore. They're raw materials. Your body then decides where to send them. It might rebuild collagen. It might build something else entirely. So, the logical skeptic says, collagen supplements are expensive glycine. Just eat chicken. But this is where the science gets complicated. More complicated than either side of the debate admits. A 2019 systematic review in the Journal of Drugs and Dermatology analyzed 11 randomized controlled trials. Participants taking hydrolyzed collagen showed statistically significant improvements in skin elasticity and hydration compared to placebo groups. The key word there is hydrolyzed. Hydrolyzed collagen, also called collagen peptides, has already been broken into smaller fragments before. Hydrolyzed peptides are small enough to cross the intestinal wall intact. A 2014 study by researchers at the University of Kiel confirmed that specific dipeptides from hydrolyzed collagen appear measurably in human blood within 1 hour of ingestion. Once in the bloodstream, those peptides act as signals. They reach fibroblast cells in the dermis, the skin's middle layer, and prompt those cells to produce more of the body's own collagen. The supplement isn't replacing collagen, it's triggering production. But here's where it gets harder. Most of these studies are small, under 150 participants, and a striking number are funded by collagen manufacturers like Rousselot or Gelita. Industry funding doesn't invalidate research, but it demands scrutiny. A 2021 Cochrane-style review in the British Journal of Nutrition examined 15 collagen peptide trials and found that studies with disclosed industry sponsorship reported effect sizes for skin elasticity roughly 35 to 40% larger than those without industry ties. The biological signal appears real. The commercial magnitude is almost certainly inflated. There's also a body part question. Evidence for skin is stronger than evidence for joints. A 2017 Penn State study on athletes found that 10 grams of collagen peptides daily increased cartilage synthesis markers, but the trial ran only 24 weeks. So, what does the honest scorecard look like? Skin hydration and elasticity, moderately supported. Joint pain reduction, promising but preliminary. Hair and nail growth, almost entirely anecdotal. Gut health claims, unproven. Source matters. Marine collagen, derived from fish skin, has smaller peptide fragments and higher bioavailability than bovine collagen from cow hides. Type 1 collagen, dominant in marine sources, is also the primary type found in human skin. Here's a detail most product labels bury. Collagen synthesis requires vitamin C as a cofactor. Without it, fibroblasts can't hydroxylate proline, the step that makes collagen structurally stable. No vitamin C, no stable collagen. And here's the uncomfortable counterpoint. No supplement overcomes the top 2 collagen destroyers. UV radiation degrades collagen fibers directly. Smoking cuts collagen synthesis by up to 40%, per a 2010 British Journal of Dermatology study. A daily SPF 30 sunscreen has more peer-reviewed evidence for preserving skin collagen than any supplement on the market. That's not a knock on collagen powder. It's a reminder that hierarchy of evidence matters when you're spending money. Now, the money question. Quality marine collagen peptides run roughly $40 to $60 per month. That's $480 to $720 annually, for effects that independent trials describe as modest but measurable. Bone broth delivers a similar amino acid profile, glycine, proline, at a fraction of the cost. It's not hydrolyzed, so peptide absorption differs. But for someone on a budget, the gap in outcomes may not justify the gap in price. Now here's a question you didn't know to ask. Glycine, the dominant amino acid in collagen, has independently shown effects on gut barrier function. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Immunology found that glycine supplementation reduced intestinal permeability markers in human subjects. Collagen is one of the richest dietary sources of glycine available. This pathway is still early stage, but it's being actively studied in clinical settings. This kind of secondary mechanism surprise has happened before. Fish oil was studied for decades purely for cardiovascular benefit. Then researchers found its anti-inflammatory effects on joint tissue were clinically significant in their own right, independent of the original heart health hypothesis. Collagen may be following a similar arc, where the gut and systemic effects outlast the skin elasticity headline. Consider a specific case: a 45-year-old recreational marathon runner with early knee discomfort. The Penn State 2017 trial recruited exactly this profile. After 24 weeks of 10 grams daily, cartilage synthesis biomarkers improved, and self-reported joint pain dropped. That runner profile, structural, load-bearing, measurable, is the use case with the most credible evidence. Someone buying collagen purely for skin glow without addressing sleep, hydration, or sun protection is solving the wrong problem first. Back to that morning scoop. If you're taking hydrolyzed marine collagen peptides, pairing them with vitamin C, blocking UV exposure, and sleeping adequately, the evidence points to a modest but genuine benefit. Remove any of those conditions, and the math changes. Zoom out. The collagen market is a microcosm of the broader $177 billion global supplement industry, where marketing budgets routinely dwarf research budgets. The question is never just, does this work? It's for whom, how much, and compared to what. The FDA doesn't evaluate supplement efficacy claims before products hit shelves. That supports skin elasticity label on your collagen tub requires zero clinical proof to print. Regulatory absence isn't the same as scientific absence, but it means buyer scrutiny is mandatory. So, if you're buying, here's what the evidence actually supports checking. Look for hydrolyzed collagen peptides, a dose of at least 10 grams daily, type 1 or type 2 sourcing depending on your goal, third-party testing certification, and no proprietary blends hiding actual dosages. Here's the cautionary flip side. A 2020 consumer survey published in Nutrients found that among self-reported collagen users, fewer than 30% consistently used SPF. Fewer than 40% met daily vitamin C targets, and average sleep duration was under 6 hours. These are the people most likely to conclude that collagen does nothing, because they stripped out every condition that makes it work. Collagen powder isn't a scam. It's also not magic. It's a moderately evidenced supplement that works best as one layer of a coherent strategy, not as a shortcut past the strategy itself. The powder won't do the work that the lifestyle skipped. So does that morning scoop do anything? Probably something if you've done everything else right first. And if the powder in your coffee makes you more likely to do those things, that, quietly, might be its most evidence-based benefit of all.